Good evening, welcome back to In the Khud. This is September 14, 2022, 9:05 p.m. and from the time you know that I am in a super rush today. I'm gonna quickly go through how the day was and just stick to the documentation, stick under 3 minutes or maybe 5 minutes and get done with this. So today, woke up at 6 a.m. I took Snowy down for a walk, did a couple of rounds and then it started raining, so the process did not happen. Just need to get over it, man. Whenever he has to poop, he will naturally poop. Like, there's no way I can take that poop out. Just forget about it. Then, as I had planned yesterday, a sharp turn, this course on Udemy called Python for Data Science and Machine Learning Bootcamp. I watched the first video, which was basically installation. Anaconda is an integrated environment for working with all Python related stuff. It gives you this navigator, which I don't know why it takes a few command lines to start. Okay. It was this thing, Anaconda Navigator. Yeah, these command line pops. Okay, so this is just a thing where you can use it as a calculator, right? Like if I say 3 into 5. Yeah, this is the Python thing. Like you can execute Python with this command line. But the thing that I saw in the video was this thing where you have all these packages and stuff. Anaconda comes with Jupyter installed in it, and you launch Jupyter. It does not use internet, like you could run it offline. It only uses Google Chrome or whatever browser as a user interface, which is a good thing, right? I don't even know how that is done, but later. So yeah, just the very first lecture was about these two things, and then I was kind of feeling very sleepy, so I went to sleep. Starting with the work day, 13:32, addressing shop floor feedback. Thinking against the idea of taking a leave on Friday, too many open tasks to work on even after coming back from Papa's stress test. There should be enough time to work on them. But then I have put the email. So what happened is at around, I think 13:32 is when I started. What is 3? 15:45, 15:40, where I was like super stressed. I mean, addressing this feedback was like an entire Excel sheet of changes that had to be done, and it was taxing in a very kind of brutal way. So at that point I was just so stressed and like I don't know what to do. So I started watching this one video. I'm just gonna give a shout out. Scenic Relaxation. I don't think they need a shout out from me. They've got 737k subscribers and this video itself has 16.5 million views. So I was just watching this video and I used to feel like the idea of watching anything digital to relieve stress is kind of a gimmick, like it shouldn't work. Like at the end of the day you were staring at a screen. But that's not the case actually that's not the case, because while I was watching this video and these mountains and rivers and all this beautiful scenery and the music that was going along with it, it was almost meditative. Like I could feel the breath, I could feel being alive. And it was right about this time where I got this very recurrent thought that I'm gonna take a leave right now, not when I'm overworked to the point that, you know what, I'm sick now, so I have to take a sick leave. I don't want to be taking sick leaves. I want to be taking leaves when I can, so that during the leave I'm actually healthy enough to do what I want to do. So Friday is a leave. Tomorrow's going to be the last working day. It's going to be very challenging because the entire shop floor, they're expecting the entire video to be done before this week, and that is not going to happen. Other than that, there is another project that I have to work on, which the time I have bought for is until Wednesday. And the thing is, if shop floor continues until Monday, which it most likely will, I will just have a couple of days or so to work on that video, which has a bit of character animation and rigging and stuff. So I'm going to use the jungle from the trees analogy there and trying to get the basic cut there first, instead of trying to go into details first and then only rig and animate those parts which I feel like really need the rig and the do it thing to be done, not everything. Everything else can be done using the puppet tool to just keep things simple and not overcomplicated. As much as I would want to do it, I have to go against that strategy. The bigger thing is on Monday, Garima is joining, apparently the new editor in our team. So it's going to be a little effort to, at least in the first couple of weeks or month, depending on how quickly she adapts to things, it's going to be a little bit of a task to integrate her into the system, explain her how the systems work and the systems that I have put into place as for the video team and stuff like those. So that is also something to take care of. But regardless, we'll see how things turn out and nothing else substantial. I watched a bunch of Blender tutorials. Like I've reached a point now where I can just keep watching as many Blender tutorials as I want, and I just understand every aspect of it, be it about materials like procedural materials or be it about geometry nodes. I understand everything. It's just that I don't have the time, or I'm not taking that 100th inch ahead. Like they said, like take an inch ahead, but like I have to take 100 inches ahead. I'm not taking those 100 inches to actually execute that in Blender. But yeah, let's hope that the Python and machine learning thing picks up some way or form and I can continue Blender also on the side. That's where life is at this point. And with the shop floor video, one thing I'm very disappointed about is the fact that my After Effects project is so unorganized. Like if I want to make any changes in it, everything is in one single composition. That composition has like 80 layers in it, and I need to spend a lot of time cleaning up that composition. And how can I make sure that something like this is not happening again, where like a bunch of like 100 layers are in one composition and it's almost all dependent on keyframes, and it's just impossible for me to move things around without like having to make splits of those layers, and it's a pain, it's a task right now. So that is one thing I have to worry about, decoding the shop floor After Effects project and understanding how I can make it a little better than what it is right now. Maybe a few scripts can help there. That's where life is right now, and I'm super late, so thank you so much for being in the Khud. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.